Hey, welcome to my introduction video for my fairy tale. My name is Mr. Richter, and first thing I want you to notice is I'm not holding a microphone. Make sure you guys have a microphone. I didn't have one at school. I'm at home, so I'm at school. You have them, so use a mic so your audio is a lot better than mine. So first thing, there wasn't a lot of people in my group, so I had to wear a lot of different hats. You may have to wear more than one hat in your production as well, depending on how many people there are. I'm the director. And as a director, my understanding of this project is that I understand that we're supposed to shoot a fairy tale or a fable, and we can either shoot it straight, that is, we can just stay true to the original fairy tale, or we can put a twist on it. And one idea is to do a fractured fairy tale, which basically means you tell the fairy tale from the point of view of a different character, not the main character that is traditionally told as. Or you could also put a twist on the fairy tale. So that's my understanding of the project. We're going to shoot that. My goal as the director, my number one focus is going to be trying to get the most out of my actors. That is, I want to make sure my actors memorize their lines, and I want to make sure they do a good job of delivering the lines, providing the right inflection points, and having some promotional impact on their lines. So I'm going to really stay true to that. My other goal as director is I want to get all of my team to be working to the best of their abilities. I want to have everybody engaged and be open to listening to ideas from everybody on my team so that we can have a really great product. Okay, thank you, director. I am your editor, and my job, or my understanding of the project is just like the director said, we're doing a fairy tale. And my goal as the editor is I want to make sure that the final product stays true to the original vision and the vision that unfolds as we shoot it. Excuse me. So I want to make sure that the story flows nicely. We don't have a lot of dead space. If some of the shots aren't so great, maybe I'll have to cut something out here or there. And the other thing I'm going to really focus in on is finding the right sound effects and the right music, the mood music, that really goes with our story. Because I know that the background music is vital to our story. So that's what I'm going to be focused on. And if the sound effects, if I can't find them online, I am going to ask my crew to go out and maybe create some sound effects that go with the movie. So that's what my goal is as an editor. Okay, thank you, editor. Hey, I'm your storyboarder. And as a storyboarder, I'm really going to be focused in on the initial first couple of days as we're brainstorming and we're talking about once we pick our fairy tale. I want to get the group to constantly be thinking about breaking our story up into little chunks, because the way I want to envision the story is frame by frame almost, or scene by scene. And what kind of shots are we going to have? We're going to do a close-up here. Are we going to do a wide shot, weird angles, that kind of stuff? Because I want to constantly be reminding everyone that for a good story, we're going to have lots of different shots. And when we bring the shots together, that's what makes that story really stand out and look like quality. So as a storyboarder, that's what I'm going for. The second thing I'm going to obviously do is I want to make sure I get all this stuff down on paper as best as possible, so when we're out shooting, we have that storyboard to guide us shot by shot to help my director and my actors out to really know what we need to do. So that's as a storyboarder, that's my goal to do with this project. Okay, thank you, storyboarder. Hey, I'm your script writer, and my goal as a script writer is I want to try to create very natural sounding dialogue. Depending on our group, if we're going to do a fractured fairy tale, if we're going to kind of invent our own thing and do it with a twist, or if we're going to stay true to the original, that's going to depend a lot on the type of dialogue I come up with. Excuse me. So, as a scriptwriter, I want to be working closely with my storyboarder, so I want to really make sure those two things mesh. Depending on what type of line we're delivering, we may want to have a real close-up, the dialogue scenes, that kind of thing. Also, as a scriptwriter, I'm going to be very focused on, I forgot, what else? Ooh. The other thing I want to try to think of as a scriptwriter is finding natural transitions, so I know if I'm going from one scene to the next, it'd be great to be able to end the line correctly, have a last line that kind of transitions into the next part of the movie, next part of the story. So I want to think of transitions not just through pictures, but also through the words. so the words match from one scene to the next, and it keeps the story moving forward. And of course, I want to keep my my dialogue very simple, my script writing natural and not overly talking too much. Like that last sentence, very awkward. That's enough for me. Okay, hey, thank you, scriptwriter. I am your cinematographer. And this is cinematographer. I'm basically running the camera, and when we're out there shooting, I'm the one that's always thinking about the lighting conditions. I want to make sure I don't get a lot of backlight. I want to make sure the light's nice and full on my subject. I'm thinking about the lighting. I'm thinking about my shot framing, rule of thirds. I'm the one that's remembering the 180-degree rule, so we don't break that. And I'm working closely with that storyboard. I've got that with me all the time, so I'm constantly helping my director out and reminding him, hey, this is where the camera's going to be placed, this is the kind of shot we're looking for, and I'm ultimately responsible for framing those shots up and making them look beautiful, making them look as great as possible. So that's my goal as cinematography. That's what I'm trying to go for, and I think it's going to be a great product. Oh yeah, and don't forget to have fun and work hard. And I think all of us have something to say to you guys. Don't forget to have fun and work hard. Next up.